Fearless Friday. We are live. Live. We are live at a Fearless Friday. Sorry about being late. I've been waiting for my daughter to call me so I can go get her from her last practice before the show. Tomorrow night they're having a show, and so I've been procrastinating on getting her. I've been procrastinating on doing my live because any moment now she's supposed to call and I'm supposed to go get her. Meanwhile, it's almost 11 o'clock at night. Yeah. Either it's a ploy for her to go out and have a good time. But considering I have Life 360, I can see her still at the high school. Yeah. Anyway, so tonight we are talking about you missing 100% of the shots you don't take. You know, and on that, you know what I'm going to try and say is Michael Jordan. Some would say he's probably one of the best basketball players out there. But you know what? Not only is he like the one of the MVP thingies and all the other stuff like this, but you know what other title he has? Most shots missed. Yeah. See, one of the biggest quotes he has is that he always tries and shoots. And he doesn't always get it. But you'll never get it if you don't try. See, you don't lose because you're weak. You don't lose because you hesitate. Because you're weak. You lose because you hesitate. Hesitation is a silent killer of destiny. The cat's going to fall off the window. I'm talking about you. You see, the fear of failure is costing more than failure ever will. All right? Think about this. All right? You're worried about that new job. You're worried about starting that new business. What if I fail? What if I try to start this new business and I don't have enough money? What if people don't like it? What if this? Why don't we turn it around? How do you know that people are not going to like it? How do you know that you're going to fail? How do you know this? You don't. And you won't. Unless you have some sort of magic 8 ball that doesn't work like that. See, fear of failure is one of the biggest things out there that everybody suffers from. We all do, even myself. I won't lie. I suffer from fear of failure myself. I can't stand it. It sucks. That's the suckiest thing that's ever sucked in the history of sucking. And that's a lot of sucking. Sorry, my phone's going to die, and I want to make sure it's alive for the phone call. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Anyways. We all suffer from fear of failure. But you know what? The easy way to switch it over would be to try and say, I wonder. Instead of, what if I fail? What if I succeed? What if the product I'm building people like? Somebody out there years ago came up with the most stupidest, insane, craziest, stupidest idea out there. I give you the pet rock. The pet rock. That's right. Doesn't take a genius to slap a couple googly eyes on a rock and a smiley paint face on it and sell it for stick it in a box and sell it for $2 or $3. A rock that you can pick up along the railroad tracks for free. Googly eyes that you can buy a pack of 100 for less than $1. That's like 1,000% profit. Yeah. And it was a stupid idea. People thought it was nuts. But here, the guy's a millionaire. Why? Because he wasn't afraid to try his stupid idea. And that's what happens to a lot of us. A lot of us come up with these stupid ideas and we're afraid to try them. Not realizing that, you know what? Somebody out there is going to think they're brilliant. Somebody out there is going to think they're awesome. Somebody out there is going to think that's the next best thing out there. Well, how do you think so many things go viral on the internet? I mean, don't take this the wrong way. There's so many things I've seen on the internet that have gone viral that I'm like, what the fudge? Why? 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 I mean, really? Really? You know, and so therefore that fear of failure is costing you more than that failure ever will. Because if you were to try to actually try it and you failed, what are you going to lose? A moment in time that you can learn from and rebuild and try again? That's it? Maybe a few bucks? Money is just a tool. You can always make more money. I've made a ton of money in my life, and I've lost a ton of money in my life. Money is just temporary. But knowledge is there forever. There's a story. Show a man how to fish, and he'll eat for a day. Teach a man how to fish, he'll eat for life. And so therefore, that fear of failure is just a temporary thing. Because once you realize that, you know what? You're not really failing, you're learning. That fear of failure isn't a fear of failing. It's learning. You're learning, not failing. You're learning. Get that through your head. And another fear point out there is the fear of judgment. That fear of judgment's keeping you small. And I'll admit, I suffer from that one too. Fear of judgment. Oh man, look at that fat man on the TV screen. He's on TikTok. He has no teeth and bald, and he's talking to us about dreams and goals and all that other stuff like that. Yeah, I am. Want to know why? Because I've gone through it all. I've gone through a lot of crap in life. I've gone through a house fire. I've gone through bankruptcy. I've gone through 3 divorces. I've raised two teenagers on my own alone. Single father. My own father tried killing me. I watched people get shot and killed right in front of me. I watched my mother die, get sliced apart over 2 years. Yeah, I've seen a lot. But I still have that fear of judgment. You know, who are you to try and talk about stuff? I mean, I've had I've owned $1 million businesses. I've lost $1 million businesses. But you know what? That fear of judgment keeps me small at times. And I have to try and pluck that out and push it away. Get out of here! Because, well, we all have to do that. We all have that fear of judgment. We all worry about other people thinking of what we're thinking. And you want to know a little secret? Nobody gives a fuck. Excuse my language. Nobody cares. See, most people want you to succeed. They just don't want you to succeed more than them. But when you start succeeding more than them, they don't care anymore. They focus on themselves. Or they'll start trying to say bad things about you. And at that point, if you ignore them, they're just going to find somebody else to pick on. So you got to let that fear of judgment go, because nobody else really, really cares. They look at it as, what have you got that can benefit me? They don't really judge you on whether or not you're qualified for it. They judge you based on what type of knowledge you have. And finally, the third type of fear that's out there, and once again, another one, I raise my hand. Fear of success. Sometimes fear of success is what's keeping us stuck. Fear of success is what keeps us stuck. We worry about, what are we going to do if we actually do make it rich? How are we going to do this? And when we end up going into what's called paralysis of analysis, we start planning on so many different things that we never get started. We work on so many different projects at once because getting ourselves ready for success that we never get launched. I know I'm guilty. Do you realize I've got 3 books I'm working on at the same time? I've got 8 courses I'm working on at the same time. And only 2 of them are published. Only 1 book is published. Yeah. That's brilliant, ain't it? You'd think I'd publish them, right? Make some money. Nah, why would I do that? You know? What happens if I publish and I start making money on it? Oh my God, what am I going to do? See, we all have that fear of success. What am I going to do if I end up too busy and I can't try and spend time with my family? What if I've been down that road already? Santa got a letter from my daughter at like 6 years old. Dad, please trying to make my dad lose his job or lose his business so that he can try to be home with me for Christmas. Saddest thing I've ever seen. And she even had Obes sign it too. You know, big little chicken scratch. Oh, I mean, he was only like 4 years old at the time. Could barely write. Definitely couldn't read. But you know what? That was that. So yeah, we all suffer from fear of success. What's up, buddy? I love you too.
Right.
What time? 5?
5:30. Actually, no, do 6. I want to do 6. 6:20. You know I don't take that long to take showers. I'm not Patty or Mom. I take best showers than you. Do 6:20.
I want to leave by 6:30 because you have to be there by 7.
Fair. Okay, fine. Wake me up at 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock, you got it. He's going somewhere tomorrow to be in a tournament. Wayne. He's going to Fort Wayne tomorrow to be in a tournament with his 2.
No, with like 8 other teams.
With 8 other teammates that are in a massive tournament going on. So it should be interesting. He's going to go there, kick some butt.
I mean, last time I got second. If I get first this time, I'm competing for grand.
Yeah, last time he got second place, and he went there with a broken foot. That's still swollen for some reason, but, you know, we're not talking about that. Yeah, I know. Right back at you too, buddy. I mean, I'll give him credit, all right? The old side quest here. My son is so dedicated towards Taekwondo, all right? After he broke his... Hey, Coach Targihi! My son was so dedicated. After he broke his foot, doctor said that he should have stayed off of it for at least 6 to 8 weeks. At 4 weeks, He entered himself into a Taekwondo tournament.
No, it's an all martial arts tournament. It's
An all martial arts tournament. Excuse me to
Two-
all.
two-
How long ago? Excuse me. Either way, 4 weeks out, he's in this Taekwondo tournament thingy. Oh, my foot doesn't hurt. I'll be fine. He's in his tournament against like 16 other people with a broken foot. He gets second place. Yeah.
I mean, I could have got 6.
Well, yeah, but I'm not gonna say anything bad. Second place is damn good
Hey,
with
that
a
was with the broken foot.
with
Imagine
a.
how imagine how good I'll be with.
I'm having a great podcast. I mean, I really truly love how he is dedicated to it. And he didn't care about the pain. He went there and he got second place. I mean, I mean, second place is darn good. Good job.
Yeah, some kid kept on trying to sweep me.
Yeah, well, you still did good. And so what happens is people have the fear of success, and fear of success is keeping them stuck. They worry too much about the paralysis of analysis, making sure everything's lined up properly for them, making sure all the lights on the way to work are green. If you wait for that, you're never going to get out of the driveway.
Hey, I love you now. I gotta go to bed.
All right, love you too, bud. Good night.
All right.
5 a.m.
No, 6 a.m.
6 a.m. 6 a.m. Got it. 6 a.m.
I can leave at 6:30. It only takes 24 minutes to get there.
Yeah, I'm not going to drive like a race car driver. Just because we live in Indiana doesn't mean I'm a race car driver.
No, I'll just get mom to take me there. She does drive like a race car driver.
Yeah, good luck on that one. All right, good night, bud. Love you.
She'll probably still be asleep. Good night, love you.
So it's like,
6:10. I don't want to wait too long. 6:10.
you're not missing shots because you're unprepared. You're missing shots because you're scared. You're actually scared of what happens if you actually hit that shot. Years ago, and I'll be honest on this one here, before I went to Dubai, actually right after I graduated high school, all right, before I bought my first pizza place, before I tried and went to Dubai, before I tried and did anything, I had my internet service out of my house. All right. A buddy of mine, he was moving to Australia with his girlfriend's father. All right. And his father was willing to help him try and start a computer company down there. And he invited me to come with. I could have lived with him and his father and his girlfriend out there buying a ton of land in Australia. I don't even know what town. And this is like back in 1991. All right. I turned him down because, well, I wanted to go to Dubai. I wanted to get my bachelor's of science degree in computer sciences. I turned him down because I just started dating a girl. I figured, well, you never know what could happen. I turned him down because of the fact that, well, I was kind of afraid of going to Australia. That's so far away. Long story short, now he is one of the biggest IT companies in Australia. Yeah. Yeah. Makes me wonder where I would be had I not stayed here in the United States and had I actually jumped and took that shot with him. I really wonder. I mean, do I regret it? No, I don't regret it, but I do wonder what would have been like that. I mean, we do have choices in our life, either which way to go, one way or another. Do I regret it? No, I don't, because of the fact that the choices I made, I've got great kids. I mean, I've got a phenomenal experience with businesses. I mean, I've got a nationwide camera service right now. I've got sold my IT business. I've got sold my computer business. And in Chicago, I sold my internet service and moved out here. I had my dream house. I've had my dream land. Now I'm working on rebuilding those dreams. So, but at the same time, it makes me really wonder what could have been like in Australia. You know, and do I regret it or not? Sometimes I do. I mean, I find Australia really interesting. I mean, it's just, that's pretty much from what I understand, that's the only continent on the world that pretty much everything in the wild is trying to kill you. So I've got friends that live down there, and I talk to them all the time, and it's truly amazing some of the things that go on down there. It's like complete. It's like the down under version of Siberia, Russia, where you see people run around chasing bears with sticks. Get out of here, bear! You know, down there you got people boxing kangaroos and stuff. So it's just bizarre. You don't hear about stuff like that. I mean, we got Florida, so I mean that's but nothing like crazy like that. But that's where the little pain comes in. Is what if? And now the question is, do you want to live your life when you're older and you're on your deathbed and question yourself, gee, I wonder what it would have been like had I started that business. I wonder where my life would have been if I had tried and went up to that girl and said hi. Or I wonder where my life would have been if I had gone back to school. Or if I started that nonprofit organization. Or if I started that church. Or if I tried out for that sport that I really wanted to try for. Because see, every breakthrough in my life came from a shot that I wasn't ready for. See, I started the camera business because of the fact that one of my IT clients said, hey, we want to move away from this company. What can you do for me? Well, gee, I really don't know much about cameras, but I could do some research for it. See where that went? I don't know what I'm doing, but you know what? Since you trust me for all this other stuff, trust me and I'll do some research and I'll build you a system. I took that opportunity and I built it. And 10 years later, I've got a nationwide camera business. 100 something different Subway stores, over 80 something McDonald's I manage for camera systems. Now, I got camera servers all the way from Madison, Wisconsin down to almost South Carolina. So I'm really excited about that. And all it was because of one client wanted to switch from their current provider that I was already taking care of. Now, what would have happened had I said, I really don't want to do cameras? And now, yeah, I will admit I don't want to do cameras. I will admit that. Something about standing on the side of a building during the middle of winter and a snowstorm and blizzard and stuff like that just doesn't really float me. But you know what? I don't mind paying somebody to do it for me. So that's why I still have the business. That's still why I still try and take clients. Because you know what? We might not try to have all the knowledge out there, but as long as we know how to ask and research, we have that available to us. And as long as we're not willing, as long as we're willing to accept the fact that we don't know and let people know that, hey, we don't know, but I'll find out. As long as you're willing to accept the fact and say, hey, you know what? I will try. I will do this. Because you know what? Most people out there fail because they quickly say, you know what? I don't know how to do this. And they walk away. They walk away from an opportunity that they have. And then later that night, they sit on a couch watching TV and they try to go, man, I wish I could make more money. Man, if only I could have a break. Man, if only life was luckier. See, every breakthrough in my life came from something that I wasn't ready for. But the thing that I was ready for was to take action. 95% of success, 98%, let's go that. 98% of success is willing to show up and say, you know what? Yeah, I'll try. I'll do it anyway. Because see, if you don't see the opportunity because you're staring at the obstacle, you'll never succeed. You have to try and look at the obstacle, but say, you know what? There's a way around it. And the best way to put it is the best way to put it is when you're trying and coming across an obstacle, question, is it a wall or a weight? If it's a wall, we'll come back to that. If it's a weight, well, people go to the gym all the time and lift weights to get stronger. And why do you lift weights? To get stronger. And what happens when you lift weights? When you lift weights, you try and build up muscles. Your muscles get stronger and stronger and stronger from trying and what? Using them. And so therefore, if it's a weight, you know what? Just keep going, keep practicing, keep practicing, keep practicing. Now, if it's a wall, we're going to cycle back because that wall thing, every single wall in this world, even the biggest wall in the world, China, has a way over it, under it, around it. And you know what? I'm willing to bet you there's a drill bit out there long enough to go through it. Because so far, in my camera business, I've been able to get through every single wall that I've needed to get through. Every single wall. There's always a way to get through the wall. And so therefore, neither one of those are excuses to not do something. Because you know what? Preparation is the key. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be present. Present and prepared. And when I say prepared, I'm not saying have the right drill bits. I'm not saying about having a right drill. I'm not saying about all that. Have the right mindset. The mindset is the key. Because if you don't have the right mindset and you have a negative mindset, everything in the world is going to try and be negative towards you. Everything in the world is going to be an obstacle. Everything that you see is going to be hard. But if you change your mindset and say, you know what? I can figure this out. I can try. I can work on this. There's a way around it. I just got to find it. Your mind will change. On day 3 of this, because I started 3 days ago on this one here, because we started talking about the other night, a daily motivational thing that you guys need to do on a nightly basis. Actually, not nightly, but daily. Multiple times throughout the day. Every time you go to the bathroom, actually. Every time you go to the bathroom, wash your hands, right? It's a habit. You go to the bathroom, as soon as you're done bathroom, you flush the toilet, you go over there, wash your hands, right? Everybody does it, I hope. And what's in front of the bathroom sink when you wash your hands? A mirror. And what do you do in the mirror? You look at yourself. You make sure your hair is all good, make sure all nice and pretty. You know, add a little makeup. Oh, man. My mirror's all cracked, you know, but then again, you know, look at me. So, nah, I'm joking. But you know what? The thing I'm pointing at is though, when you are there in front of the bathroom, every time you go to the bathroom, wash your hands, say to yourself, I have a dream and I am not lazy. And if you say that to yourself every time you go to the bathroom, because I don't know about you, but I'm 50-something years old. I go to the bathroom about 8, 9 times a day. There's 3 or 4 of them are at night. So every time you go to the bathroom, say that. And you do that every day. You do that every day for a month, and I guarantee your mindset's going to change. And if you forget about it, you know, there's these awesome, cool things here. A stupid idea. Another stupid idea. Yeah, you know, another stupid idea. All right. So we had the pet rock, right? Yeah, the pet rock. Another stupid idea. Some guy decided to put glue on paper. And boop. Ah. Ah. Boop. Ah. Look at that. And And you just do a simple thing like this. Look, Sharpie, I have a dream. And I'm not lazy. Ah, look at that. Huh? You just take it and stick it on your bathroom mirror. That's all you gotta do. Stick it on your bathroom mirror. And every time you go to the bathroom and wash your hands, look, he's got a sticky note on his head. Every time you go to the bathroom and you wash your hands, you just say that to yourself. I have a dream and I'm not lazy. I guarantee you in 30 days, if you do that every time you go to the bathroom and wash your hands, and you do that 30 days, well, maybe not stick it on your head, but put it on your bathroom mirror. You know, here, just for those people just joining us, I have a dream and I'm not lazy. Whoop! Put it on your bathroom mirror. And every time you go to the bathroom, wash your hands. That's how you change your mindset. Start small. Because you know what? You start small. Check this out. See this? This is a key. This key here is really small, isn't it? I mean, actually, this one's even smaller. But this is my house key here. All right, check this out. This is my house key. All right, so this is my house key. This opens my door. This goes in a lock that's probably about this big. That opens a door that's about as big as me. That opens my house. That's big. 4,000 square foot. So this little key unlocks my house. This little note unlocks your mindset. This little note unlocks your future. This little note unlocks your potential. So that's how you prepare your mindset. And you know what? You just got to give yourself permission. You got to stop waiting for someone to validate your dream. Stop waiting for someone to try and say, you know what? You're right. I don't really care if somebody says I'm crazy. I got a Post-it note on my head. I don't have any hair up there, so I might as well have something, right? But you know what? Stop waiting for people to validate you. You need to validate you. Who cares what other people think? You have to live with yourself and your dreams and your goals. You have to try and focus on what is best for you, because you need to push. Your momentum beats motivation every time. See, when you take a step towards your future, when you take a step towards your dreams, when you take a step towards your future, you're taking a step towards creating something better for yourself. You don't need more confidence. It comes naturally with every step. You just need the courage to step up. So the truth is, you need to try and admit what you've been avoiding. You need to take a target and name the shots that you've been scared to take, and then just take them. Commit to it. Take the shot. Because what shots have you been avoiding? What opportunities have you been talking yourself out of? What dream have you been delaying? So, tomorrow, I want you to seriously consider this. I have a dream and I'm not lazy. Or maybe what? Better yet, find an affirmation for yourself. Put it on your bathroom mirror. You know what? Yeah, put it on your bathroom mirror. And we'll see what happens. Heck, I might even try to make a challenge out of that. Anybody who gets this far and watches this, anybody who puts a post on my thing of them, my desk is locked. I gotta unlock my desk. Check this out. Check this out. Oh, yeah. First edition. Anybody who attaches a picture to my profile with this on their bathroom mirror, a post-it note with their, hey, Faith, with their affirmations on their bathroom mirror, and they send me private information, I'll send them free keychain for the WOW network, for the WOW method. It's nothing special, nothing new, nothing whatever, but check this out. It's a first edition. Now, so this is kind of neat. I've only got a limited supply. I've only got like 20 of them, so yeah. And only you guys saw this. So be special. So on that thought, peoples, send the message. Apply for the job. Launch the webpage that you want to start. Launch the business. Record the video you want to do. Make the phone call. Take the shot. You can do it. I believe in you. Because you've survived too much to stay silent. You've endured too much to stay small. You've been shaped by this moment. Fearless isn't a personality. It's a decision. You've withstood more than people know. You've owned more than people seen. It's time to win in a way that nobody can ignore. Step out of this room and make your next move your loudest one yet. I believe in you. You need to believe in you. Attach a picture of this on your bathroom mirror or whatever other affirmations you have on your bathroom mirror for free keychain. And we'll go from there. Have a great night, everybody.